Hello, I'm Curious to Wax. Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curious to Wax, and this finally is my Inktober 2019 video of all the drawings I did. Now, I was inspired by Good Omens, especially Aziraphale and Crowley, who are my fashion models and Angelic Muses, because I designed a fashion collection modelled by Aziraphale and Crowley, and I have it right here. So I'm going to go through each design and going on an adventure full of sheep. Ma, ma. See you in a tick. Ma. Or 2 shakes of lamb's tail. Ma. Day 1. This first design is called peacock coats. Now, these designs, because I'm a very visual thinker, these designs, they just appear in my head. Sometimes I do have to do a tiny bit of thinking, but then these appear in my head. So this is called peacock coats, and it's all of these little flaps, and they would be in lots of different colours, and they all lift up individually. And I thought Crowley would have like rectangles and a big collar with lots of tulle and fluffy chiffon and tulle type fabric, tulle, and feathers and apple on his head. And Aziraphale would have pointed flaps, and these all lift up too. And I gave him sort of the naval admiral type collar, and I added these pointy bits. And I don't know why any of my ideas, they just crop up. This one it just cropped up because like peacocks and lots of flaps with lots of colours. So this is my first idea, and it's just the expanse of 6,000 years of Aziraphale and Crowley in historicalness and all the historical fashion during that time. But I don't know, I can't explain my genius. No. I'm trying my best, it's hard to talk. So this is the peacock coats I did for day 1. Now I don't actually know how to sew. I did study on my trawl around education. I did study fashion design for like 1 term. I couldn't even sew this. I couldn't even thread the sewing machine. So that was a good start, but I could do designs, and I love drawing, and I do love fashion and being individual. So this design is modelled by Crowley, and I call it fringe breeches. Fringe breeches. As based on one of my autistic stims is wiggling my hips really fast. So I thought, I just had a picture in my head of men in hooded tops, like bringing back this sort of breeches and loafers style fashion, but with fringing that you can wiggle your hips, and all the fringing goes all wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I love wiggling. I love I'm wiggling my bum, wiggle, wiggle. I love doing that. So I'd have all the fringing on the hips of the breeches, and you go wiggle, wiggle, and then you'd have the white tights and the loafers, but modernise it with a hoodie. And this mainly is about wiggling my bum, because I like wiggling a lot. So I think it's really cool. I would wear that myself. I would wear this sort of stuff. I would wear, well, some of it is not what I would wear, but So this next design is, these are the hair combs. So, and they attach into the hair, and because in the olden days they used apparently they used spots of mouse fur and made false beauty spots, but these are hair combs, and the beauty spot is a jewelled gem or crystal, and there's lots of crystals on the hair comb on the hair, so you attach it to the hair and it comes round, and then it gives you a beauty spot, which is a crystal one. So Aziraphale's got like a heart with lots of crystals, and then his beauty spot is a crystal heart, and Crowley has sort of like a vampire or bat wing shape with crystals down the veins of the spines of the wing, and then his is a black crystal, circular crystal. So they're beauty spot combs, because I just love that kind of thing. I love elements of historical fashion that should come back in style, I think. So yeah. This next one is called Sunflowers and Foxgloves, and I had a vision of Aziraphale in a lovely sunflower dress. So the sunflowers are surrounding the neckline, with the largest sunflower coming down to the V-neck, and then the dress is a big swirl of yellow petals, and this is like silk possibly, or lycra. I have a book all about different materials, but I do take interest in fashion and stuff. And then Crowley is foxgloves. So this is like a black lycra underneath. So he's got this leaf cod piece, and it actually joins under his bum cheeks like a jock strap, and then comes from under his bum cheeks and goes round his waist and up into foxgloves, and same on the other side. So he's in like a cluster of foxgloves. So I really like doing this. I really like drawing all the petals, and really like the effect, and it makes me feel like swishing. So yeah, so this is the fair item I would swish about in. Not really this, but this. I loved it. It's cute. It does petals and everything. Hello, Michael Sheen, by the way. Hello, if Georgia Tennant, if you're watching, and David. Hello to the Good Omens fam. I love you all. It's amazing and really fun. This next design is called Flumps and Licorice. My main idea was a Aziraphale, a dress of covaciousness that felt the same texture as the Flumps sweets, marshmallow sweets. The softness of Flumps would go, and then it'd be like horizontal padding, and then you'd stitch in between to make the glorious just Flumps loveliness. And it's the softest Flumps, and would be the in the colour of the Flumps. So Crowley on the sort of opposite of that is in his licorice outfit. So this is like licorice laces. It's meant to represent licorice laces, and he's like laced up, and these like just go over the shoulder, and then he's got lacing on the crotch area and lacing on the leg area. So he's all like hard, bitter licorice, and then Aziraphale's all soft Flumps, dreams. Yay! This design is is called Knights in White T-shirts. So I love suits of armour, and but this is like a modern update on a suit of armour, and it's like for posing mainly. So you've got a white t-shirt, and then you've just got this the shoulder accoutrements of a suit of armour. So it's like, and then underneath the metal bit, if it would be metal, it might be made out of a light material, would be velvet to make it soft on your arms. And each t-shirt, you could have different shoulders, or I suppose you could they could be swappable, like attached to the t-shirt, so you could swap them out for a different design of shoulder. So this is knights in white t-shirts. See this design, I was looking out the window of our bathroom, and the window is sort of a frosted glass with like swirly details on, and I could see the green from next door's garden coming through, and I thought I was inspired by that. So this is Crowley modelling the plant cell stained glass dress. So this is like a long dress. Is it a crepe fabric? There's a fabric that's like crepe paper, but it isn't paper. Anyway, and then this is a sort of outer dress that is like not, well, I suppose it is that sort of plasticky, but couture plasticky. So it sort of creates a stained glass dappled light effect. So that's the plant, and I looked up a picture of plant cells under a microscope to get the sort of patterning of that bit. So that's my plant cell stained glass dress. Then this design is based the mini fabric samples. Basically, I had a dream, and there was a woman, and she was designing something for somebody's wedding, and she had these she showed me this tiny little book, and it was amazing. The colours were amazingly bright, and it was like shantung silk and all different colours, and that the silk, that colour shifts, and it was amazing, and I dreamt that, and it was just beautiful in my dream. So I thought, I had that idea that you'd put it on your, this is that placket on the top, and you could just look down and look at colours and get a visual stim from all the colours, and it would be amazing, and it'd just be so pretty. So this is Aziraphale with that top on with all the colours. This design is the wind chime coat. Now we've got a wind chime, and as I was looking at it, I thought, could wear that. Could wear a wind chime. So this is a coat with an inbuilt wind chime, and when you walk along, it plays celestial harmonies. It plays tinkly, linkly music that's really pretty, and lots of like whenever you hear a bell, angel gets its wings, that kind of thing, and he's playing tinkly music because the wind chime is tinkling along as you walk. See, that's the wind chime coat modelled by Aziraphale. This design is a potpourri bow tie. So you've got the sensory feedback of potpourri, nice smells coming from your bow tie, but you can refill this. So, and this he's got rosebuds, so they're like, they're pretty, but if you want to, you just refill it, tip out the rosebuds and put different colours of potpourri in, and then you've got the smell, sensory smell. It smells nice, and it also looks really pretty, and it is interchangeable because you just put different coloured potpourri in, and it's amazing and smells lovely. And yeah, so yeah. The next thought that came into my head was, I've got a suit of many pockets. I was thinking of the Joseph song, and I thought, suit of many pockets. So this is a suit of many pockets. It doesn't have any pockets on the reverse, because you need to be able to sit down. But it has lots of pockets. So there's one that you could put your pen in, and there's pockets you could put your sweets in, and you could just all organise everything into their rightful place where it should go. So yeah, suit of many pockets, modelled by Aziraphale. I really enjoyed trying out different styles for this Inktober, so I thought that was fun. This next design is a radio aerial crown. So I was looking at the radio in the bathroom and saw the aerial, and I thought, I like playing with aerials. And then I thought, well, and then I thought maybe having an aerial coat, but then I thought, what if something went wrong and you pushed the aerial down and it went right in your back? I thought that wouldn't be very good. So I thought I'd make it into a crown, so when you push the aerial down, it's not going directly onto your body. So it's an aerial crown, and you can pull off all the aerials, like if you want, or you can push them down, and they just play with the aerials on your crown and go. I thought that would be really fun. So this is Crowley modelling the radio aerial crown. This next design is the fibre optic neurology dress. So this is Crowley. So these are all, this pink stuff is like petal fabric, and it's sort like fabric petals to represent what the brain looks like. And then he's got fibre optics. I don't know where the battery pack would be exactly, maybe under the hair. And then the fibre optics light up, and the light travels down here and around here, then goes across the dress to represent neurons firing. And I thought that would be really cool. So this is my neurology dress. This design, modelled by Aziraphale, is this necklace that's sort of a bulldog clip on a necklace, and you can put his order notes or his notes or whatever in the clip and then upside down, and then you can read them while he's sorting his books out, and put roses and pearls on, and it's a big apple, so he can sort all the books and still have his notes on him. So yeah. This next design, modelled by Crowley, is another sort of sensory fun design. It's like a military jacket, but on the shoulders it's actually bits of computer keyboard, so you could go and clickety clackety clickety clackety clickety clackety, and then somebody else could go up behind you, go clickety clackety clackety, and give you a clickety clackety massage. And it would be really fun because it's like a computer keyboard and you can just fiddle with it. So yeah. This next design, modelled by Crowley, is a dress made out of false eyelashes. I was watching another YouTube channel and they mentioned their eyelashes, and I thought, yeah, you could make a whole dress full of false eyelashes. So there's just different pairs of false eyelashes all over the dress. So they could have that, so you could have the little false eyelashes with the ones with big gems on, and they'd be all over the dress. So that is the false eyelashes dress. Next design, modelled by Crowley. Now these are recorders. As I thought in my head, recorders, you could like split one in half down the middle and then cut the two ends off, and then you'd string the halves of the recorders through the onto the boots, and then the fastening at the front of the boots would be like corset fastening, and then you tied the laces up and it'd be recorders all the way around the boots. So that's my recorder boots idea. This next one, I'm really proud of this drawing, is the abacus ruff. So I was slightly stuck. I was looking for more ideas, and I got my science book out of science, century of science or something, and it shows not a century, like it was like science from history through to now kind of thing, by one of them Darling Kindersley encyclopedias, and I saw an abacus and I thought abacus ruff, because I think ruffs should come back into fashion because I think they're really cool. So what this is, there's the ruff bit in the middle, and then coming out from that is the abacus beads, so you could just do sums on the go, and somebody else could do just sums on you. So it's like a portable calculating machine, and you look pretty fancy too. So yeah, modelled by Aziraphale. This next design is Pirate Ship Ride waist cincher. So near the pirate ship ride, the pirate ship. I know the pirate ship ride from Alton Towers from when I was a kid. I never went on it though, but it's basically a pirate ship ride with all the people on, and it's pivoted onto a waist cincher. So you put this waist cincher on, and then as you walk, the people on the pirate ride, they go on a run and they have the pirate ride go woo, and you can make them just have them here and just swish them. And I thought that would be really fun. So this is attached to a dress modelled by Crowley, and it's just like making a pirate ride on your hips. I just thought it would be really fun. This next design is inspired by the packaging you get when you order from Shop Disney. You get brown paper and it's sort of crimped together into a rosette, and I thought you could totally make a Disney princess style dress out of these rosettes of brown paper. So this is Aziraphale modelling a Disney princess style brown paper rosette dress. This next design is a Phases of the Moon dress. So this is Crowley modelling it. I don't know how this would work, but inside this sort of collar bit, this is like got support structure, the blue bit, and then this is like a padded circle. It's like quilted, like posh, like Chanel, and it's got like diamonds and well, crystals in, and it's got like, say, 4 different phases of the moon you could fit on it. So you've got full moon, and then somehow you undo the bow on this, and you can rotate it round and make it a different moon, like a crescent moon, and then you can rotate it round again and make it a half moon, and then rotate it round, and it just rotates round and shows the phases of the moon, and it's all sparkly. So I don't know exactly how it would work, but that's what I made for Crowley. Next design, the artwork, I decided to go with, try out a Wallace and Gromit style. So I don't know if it quite worked. It didn't quite work with my Aziraphale picture, but I think it worked better on my Crowley picture. So this is Aziraphale, and the item that I thought of for him is a t-shirt that says warm hugs, and then there's like a panel, and it's in the shape of a fluffy bunny with faux fur, and you could just tickle the tummy because you're tickling the bunny, and it's a fluffy bunny, warm hugs and fluffy bunnies, and it's a fluffy bunny, and that would be amazing. I would like that. And he's in his pants, and because he's got a cuppa for Crowley and a cuppa for himself. And then I did the cotton wool coming out of the cups like they do for Wallace and Gromit. See, there's my Wallace and Gromit Aziraphale. So this next one is my Wallace and Gromit Crowley, and he's got boxer shorts, and they say grow better. So it's meant to be rude, yes, but I decided to try. I really like how his face came out, because he's like just woke up because he's been asleep, and he's like, and he's all like, and Aziraphale got him a nice cuppa, and so he's got grow better boxes, and the slogan is on the back for a reason. So I also thought you could have grow better pants, like, so yeah. This next design is a theatre in a dress. So the outer dress, this is Aziraphale modelling it. The outer dress has the theatre curtains, and it'd be red velvet, and you'd also have a gold necklace that says applause. So you got your red velvet outer dress, which is the curtains of the theatre, and then you've got a background scenery skirt, which would be like your heavy brocade kind of fabric. Then over that you put the sort of middle ground scenery, but it would be in a chiffon, more sheer fabric. Then over the top you'd have like a frame with the people, with the actors on, and it would be like those sort of bustle frames where it's just the framing of it. But this, you can change the background scenery. You could have a different midground scenery and a different actor's skirt, so you could change the theatre show, and it would have like a different show on, so you could swap out the skirts and mix and match to make a different show at the theatre. So, and then the shoulders are like the boxes at the theatre with the tassels and everything. So yeah. This next design, modelled by Crowley, is inspired by Mars bars, basically. It's inspired by Mars bar, and it's a thick sort of leather type fabric with ripples in, and then impressed into the fabric would be a big bite mark, and then the ruffles would represent caramel, and you'd wear a necklace that said edible, and so I just like the squish of it. So that's inspired by Mars bars. This next fashion modelled by Aziraphale is it could be a belt or it could be the skirt. Well, basically it's lots of doors, and you open a door, and attached to the door is like a cardboard cutout, but it's like a pop-up. So attached to the door, each door would have a different, like it's sort of inspired by Mr. Ben, but each door you'd open it, and attached to the door would be a pop-out. So one would have a big family, another would be just like a businessman with his dog or whatever, and another one would be like a couple, and just open the doors and see who's at home behind the doors. And I thought that would be really fun. So a lot of these designs are sensory, visual and motor stimulation, because I think it's just loads of fun. This next design, modelled by Crowley, is a feather. It's like a massive feather dress. So from the back you'd have a nice booty, and then the feather go really high up. I also noticed that it could easily be transformed into like a paintbrush dress too, if you wanted. And then there's Crowley sitting down to it frame. I like the idea of big things framing coming around the head. I just feel keen on that idea. So it's Crowley entering a drink. So that's what it would look like from the front. This next design, inspired by Michael Sheen himself, is a playsuit, and it's cuffs and chains. So I don't know how this would work, but it's sort of metal cuffs with rivets on the wrists, the neck, and then the shoulders, and then the waistband, and the legs. You'd wear like a lycra underneath, or something like a bodysuit underneath, but then over the top it would be chains and cuffs, but in a play suit, so you could dance about and stuff, but it'd be like you chained up still, so like ooh, yeah. So yeah, modelled by Aziraphale. This next design, we were getting close to Halloween, and this is in the Joke Shop vampire teeth. I thought you could have them like take the front off, say, and have them as a trim around a black t-shirt. So this is modelled by Crowley, and he is wearing the Joke Shop vampire teeth shirt, and in his undies. So yeah. This next one is modelled by Aziraphale, and I really like this drawing. I think it's quite sexy. You can imagine going in to kiss that neck. So it's Bentley earrings. So the earring would have a Bentley on, and then it would be a 3D Bentley, and then it would be a little tyre, and inside the tyre was a heart shape. I love that. Love the hair did on that. I love it, so cute. So that's a Bentley earring idea. And then finally we got Halloween. So Aziraphale is in a pumpkin werewolf onesie, and Crowley is a sexy Morticia with a leg garter. And so this onesie, it's fleece onesie as usual, like they usually are. But in the front is an inbuilt pumpkin shaped pocket, and it's actually got the aluminium sort of what's it called? The aluminium stuff that keeps food cool. So so instead of going round with a bucket for trick or treat, you just stick it in your tummy, and then they're on the bench, and he's unzipped his tummy, and he's giving Crowley a big lollipop that he got, and he's eating a chocolate bar, and it's just all your stash will be on your tummy, and just walk around with your hands free. So that's what I designed for the Halloween picture. So that was that's all my Inktober drawings for 2019, inspired by Good Omens. I really enjoy doing them. I just, my imagination was like, yes. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. You can see all of these on my blog, autisticinnerspace.wordpress.com. I also have Instagram. I'm at Curiosity Rocks the Art World. I'll put the links down below. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Yay!